The elite actually stem from the Phoenicians, from ancient people. They were traveling on the seas, going to all the countries and putting their law, which was a maritime trade, upon these people and giving them their goods, red dyed cloth. Now you hear it ticking. So now we got the Rothschilds, but actually it's the maritime law that puts us into prison, because having a passport, you are in their system because you signed it. And even if you don't sign anything, if you don't answer in the correct way, if they write to you, you're already saying yes, because not answering means yes. So you are a thing in their system, born, and then once you're born, you guarantee them in the country you are, having your birth certificate, to have the right to deal with that bond on their markets. Every state does that. So now, when they own all the media, so are they lying about the satellites as well? Because with the moon landing, they are lying. They cannot cross the Van Allen belt, which is high radiation, because they cannot put up some kind of vehicle onto the moon when there is a meter of lead that they have as a wall all around the humans to bring up there into air, where it gets more and more heavy and difficult to transport something. So the satellite is up here, 300 to 400, so 350 kilometers it is. 350 kilometers, the temperatures up there, 300 something, would be 300 would be around 400 or 450 degrees Celsius. So yes, there are things like titanium and stuff that make even more Celsius before they melt. Gold needs 1000 degree and 600 something aluminum, then they melt. Yeah. So is GPS a triangulation on Earth via antenna, or do they do it with satellites? I don't know, because I'm not the elite. I cannot be answering because they're lying. So since the elite was once from somewhere in the Mesopotamia or anywhere on the seas, traveling and building their pyramids, and then going to Venetia and being the black nobility, going to Great Britain, forming the Royal Institute of International Affairs, and then going over here to America and being the Council on Foreign Relations, now giving the orders to the capital, and then the politics do as they say, and the media as well. Now, it's important to see that America and Great Britain, by that, they have their military bases all around the world, not in Russia yet, and not all over, some countries. The Emirates. Is this the Emirates? Well, some countries, nope. So, some things remain unanswered. But if you look at their red shield, and they seem with 3 helmets to be reigning, like the Muses, they got here the Muses. And then the Phoenix, that's the Phoenicians. The Phoenix rising is the Phoenicians going with their ship somewhere, and then when they leave their built city and they built another one somewhere else, it's not like some flood has killed them. Maybe later on they put it like that so people don't guess that they're just into finances and building cities and cities and cities, because that's their system. And they want to do it all around the world. So Phoenix Rising also is when they just go to other places on Earth and hand over their merchandise system to those people that maybe don't have any coins, any tax system, any city walls, any language in the way that the Phoenicians practice. So here is law, probably. These feathers probably mean law, and that one are the muses, like music and stuff. I think these 3 helmets represent this. Otherwise, the lion represents trade, because it's that Samson story from the Bible, which is like the hidden ruler. That's the pun that's embedded in that story, because the bees can be translated into that hidden ruler in the end. So, and there is a unicorn. Concordia is like standing together. Integritas is untouched, and Industria we have to look up. Yeah. That's their slogan. Untouched. Okay, so that's what the Rothschilds are. But now you got to see this. I have from 1997 a study, and on there the Technical University in Zurich found out by internet data research that from all the world's finances, I'm playing on this one, I should show you the slide, because here it is. So they found out that from all the finances on Earth, 50 conglomerates own 40% of these merchandise. And the names are Barclays, Capital Group Companies Incorporated, FMR Corporation, AXA, blah, 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 blah. But if you look at the control and ownings of these conglomerates, in most of those companies, you always hit the name with a red shield. So Barclays chef is Marcus Agius, and he is together with Catherine, and she's the daughter of Edmund de Rothschild from the Rothschild banking family from England. And so they found that from all those 50 conglomerates, on the top you find a Rothschild. And that's bad. That one was 1997, so Alphabet Inc. isn't on there. And the bear is owned by the Rothschilds, so I don't see the Rothschilds as a name popping up, but they are on the leading boards on all those 50 conglomerates, nearly all of them. So they put it like this. They have analyzed that many data here, 37,000 million or whatever that is, this number, and they came up with 43,000 firms, companies, and that was, because it's conglomerates, 1,300 basic companies. So now it's not 43,000, now it's just 1,300 boards where a Rothschild has to say something, but it's actually 150 different firms, companies. And from those 133 are financial companies, and the Rothschilds are co-owning 50 of them. So that's what they found out. Right here, you got the slide for that one. So yeah, so the Rothschilds owning all the world is probably just the front again, because before the Rothschilds it was the Medici that was buying up the papacy, and before that it was the Phoenicians. And yeah, that's about what I wanted to say about the diamonds, because they own everything, they market all they have to us, and we poor, go check our internet email on the internet, and whatever you bump into, it's always created by them for us, so that we go and buy. Yeah. Or we get sick by all their negative reinforcement, because we have gone through a lot of, the inner child body that we have to heal. And unless we haven't healed all our trauma, whenever we have some bad news, we go reinsuring this feel of negativity. So we never ever get rid of our 3 stressful hormones. The elite doesn't read the news. They produce the agenda and they let others run for them. The real elite probably are still called Vasa, Jagiellon and Radziwill, and not Rothschild. So, yeah. Because if someone was called Bauer formerly and then goes to Rothschild, already there we have a red flag popping up. That's what they are for. So that we run into them all the time, probably. So yeah. Good news is the sun shines for all of us. Bye bye. Enjoy the sun.